Andrew, are you going to fight Jake Paul?
Listen, I would smash him up. Okay, let's talk two things about Jake Paul, firstly,
okay.
right? So I challenged Jake Paul. I made a Jake Paul challenge video. It's on YouTube somewhere. It went really big on Twitter because I challenged him because he is a very fortunate young man. And he's fortunate because he's extremely rich, because he's allowed himself to become the biggest clown on the internet, and now he's famous, right? Because he's an idiot. But he has a bunch of money, so he gets to make a bunch of money from fighting. And the reason that upsets me is because most of the real fighters out here know it's a terrible career path. It's extremely difficult to make any money from fighting. There's so much luck involved, so much hard work, so much sweat. You're broke for so long. Most of the guys you watch in the UFC are broke. Like even the guys you can name are broke. It's so hard to get paid in fighting. And he's managed to get right there to the top from the beginning because he was already famous. So the video I made to him was saying, look, you keep insulting the game, but you've jumped in at a certain level because you're lucky. But if you want to fight somebody, he wouldn't fight me because I'm not famous enough for him to lose to.
Right. Because
I'd smoke him. But I was like, you're going to come out here and talk like a fighter. There's a whole bunch of fighters out there who no one's ever heard of, who have no money, who would whoop your ass. You're not the best. You can go to Dagestan and find some kid who has no cash who would smoke you. And everybody knows it, right? So that was the video was about. And I said, look, if you want to fight a real fighter, you can fight me because I'm genuinely upset at you. On the other hand, part of me likes Jake Paul.
Right.
Part of me respects his hustle. And I want to make another point here. I put on Twitter publicly that he was going to smoke Ben Askren in less than a minute, about an hour before the fight. And everyone was calling me crazy. Askren's a fighter, did all this shit. I want you guys to understand something about Jake Paul. He is not just a YouTuber. He is a young man training with Canelo and Ryan Garcia. And with a lot of money and all the time in the world to train with the best camp in the world. He can box. The idea, he's smart. He doesn't say that. I'm just a YouTuber. But what he really is a student of the game who's 3 or 4 years into training with one of the best camps in the world, who has all the money for the best rehabilitation, the best diet, all that, blah, blah, blah. So he can box. I'm not saying the guy can't fight. But I'd still whoop his ass. but I would whoop his ass. But he wouldn't take a fight against me because when he loses, I'm not nearly on his level of fame, right? So like he lost to who? Whereas if he loses to Conor McGregor, it's no big deal. Well, he lost to Conor McGregor, who cares, right? That's what it's about. But yeah,
it's still money for him.
Yeah, it's money for him. But I'm not saying the guy can't. I'm not going to sit and say the guy can't box or he's just a YouTuber. That's marketing spin. The guy can box.